Good afternoon, and welcome to the award celebration for Kati Mann as we honor her selection as the 2020 Ohio National Distinguished Principal. Kati is the proud principal of Brunswick Memorial Elementary School in the Brunswick City School District, and I'm Dr. Julie Davis, the Executive Director of the Ohio Association of Elementary School Administrators, here today to honor Kati with you. I'd like to start by giving just a brief background of this prestigious award. As part of the mission of our association, we strive to recognize excellence in our members as well as their schools through our annual awards program. To this end, in 1984, our organization established the Ohio Association of Elementary School Administrators Distinguished Principal Award. And in 2000, they added a separate one that would focus and specifically honor middle-level administrators. The chosen individuals also represent our state at a national recognition program sponsored by our national affiliate, NAESP. We are all hopeful that we can be celebrating Kati's honor this summer in Chicago with colleagues from all over the country, safely gathered in Chicago, Illinois, during NAESP's 100th anniversary celebration and celebration of this year's National Distinguished Principals. Our selection process for this award is quite comprehensive, and it includes a nomination, application, reading of the applications, interview, as well as a site visitation process. We had to pivot, as you all did in these last 14 months, and adapt the visitation portion of the process due to COVID restrictions. During each step of the way, though, our selection committees are looking for women and men who excel in the following criteria based on both the Ohio Standards for Principals and the Criteria Award from NAESP. They're looking for evidence of leadership and management, as well as parent and community relations and relationships. They're looking for someone that has high standards for all students, each child. They're also trying to get a sense of the climate and the atmosphere within the school and looking for evidence of personal and professional growth of the individual they select. It's quite a competitive process, and here are some of the comments about Mrs. Mann that the selection teams, the various teams, her colleagues, had to share. It is evident that Mrs. Mann has built a culture of collaboration and has developed a positive school climate with faculty, support staff, students, and the Brunswick community in all aspects of her duties as Memorial's principal. The word collaboration and relationships were ones that we continually read and heard as people described her. She collaborates with students by listening to their concerns and focusing on understanding the student perspective when she created a PBIS system that would be most suited and customized for their school. Mrs. Mann serves as an effective instructional leader, placing a high priority of her time supporting teachers in the classroom, reading to and with her students, and encouraging teachers to conduct innovative learning activities. By continually learning and researching ideas on innovative school practices herself, she encourages and supports her teachers to go beyond their comfort zone to grow professionally. One of the greatest strengths that Mrs. Mann possesses as a principal is her ability to build positive relationships with all the stakeholders in her community. Some of the other team members said that it's evident that building relationships is a priority as she's purposeful in spending time to hang out with the kids, getting to know the kids as well as the staff and the family at Memorial. She can often be seen interacting with the students in the classroom, in the cafeteria, in the playground, and the hallways, thus establishing rapport with her students, and they feel valued. Mrs. Mann lives by the quote from Ryan Sheehy, "You have the power to change the life of a child." Kati has been actively involved in district-level activities and committees while working for the school district, where she's a valuable member due to her reflective thinking and desire to improve herself, her building, and our district as a whole. As you can see, her colleagues were thrilled to be able to select Kati Mann as the 2020 Ohio National Distinguished Principal. Join me in congratulating congratulating Katie Mann. Congratulations, Katie. And now I'm going to turn it over to our president-elect from my board of directors. He is going to assume the role of president of OAESA starting July 1, and he happens to also be a colleague of Katie's in the Brunswick City School District. So I'm going to turn it over to Keish to MC the next portion of our program. Keish?
Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Julie. Yes,
Sure.
My name is Keish Budeshwar, the 2021 president-elect for the Ohio Association of Elementary School Administrators. I'm going to introduce our guest speakers this afternoon. That's going to be speaking on behalf of Katie. Our first speaker is Mrs. Donna Spencer. Donna is our Assistant Director of Education for Brunswick City Schools. Donna?
Good afternoon, everyone. Good to see everyone again. Katie, congratulations on this much deserved award. You know, I've known Katie a long time. She was a second grade teacher at Kidder, a fifth grade teacher at Kidder, and I have interacted with her on tons of leadership roles as a teacher and administrator. You can't help but be proud. I'm very proud of you because I've known you so long and I've seen you grow into an amazing woman and administrator. You are impressive. And the part I think you're most impressive about is that you set high expectations for yourself and you want to grow and you want to improve. And with that, you have, as the previous speaker said, you have many strengths. I am in the curriculum department, so I will focus on those. Katie keeps up on the latest trends, learns right along with the staff, and trying new ideas at Memorial is highly encouraged. If you don't succeed at something you try, you're encouraged to continue, try it again, meet and collaborate to come up with something new to try with the kids. She's always trying to find the best learning situation for her kids. Every staff member, child and herself, celebrate the big wins, the small wins, or any improvement at all. Katie goes way out of her way for the staff. And at any time, Katie just rolls up her sleeves and does all the work, the easy work, the hard work, the fun work, the sometimes not glamorous work. And I think she gets a lot of respect from parents, the kids, and certainly from us about how willing she is to help. Katie gives assessments to the kids when the teachers are falling behind. I don't know many people that do that. She reads to the kids specific books or stops by, and she spends time creating a fun atmosphere for the teachers. You really never know how Katie's going to come dressed to work. She sometimes will be in a unicorn costume. She has many costumes, I think, but a unicorn was my favorite one. She participates in the crazy socks, the favorite hats, the crazy hair. The kids enjoy seeing their principal participate in spirit days for sure. Katie is willing to do the fun activities for the kids and embraces that sometimes you just need a break. Kids are Katie's business. That's what she does. And she has a pulse on her building. She has a pulse on the kids and the community. I can call Katie up and ask about a student, any student, and she knows the strengths, the weaknesses, what they like, how they learn, and what makes them work hard, which is really awesome because it makes it easier to help out everyone. Often the phone rings. Katie's on the other end, and someone in her staff has come up with a new idea, or she's read a great idea. She reads a lot, way more than I do. So she calls with ideas that come across her desk, and they're always about what she can do for kids. It's all about the kids there. And I, on a personal note, must share that she does this for everyone, but she remembers some of us at central office that need to have a little fun in their day. Here's an example of how she spreads what you call glitter. And I'll read this at the bottom. Always believe that something wonderful is about to happen. Katie, something wonderful happened to you. Congratulations on your award. Very proud of you, and I'm sure we can all extend the same opinion. Keep it up, keep going, and enjoy the kids.
Thank you, Donna. Very, very, very true words on your part. Our second speaker is Mrs. Kim Nemet, who is a proud parent and the one who nominated Katie for this distinguished award. Mrs. Nemet?
Thank you, Mr. Budeshwar. Again, same thing, congratulations to Mrs. Mann. We couldn't be more proud, and we are excited that everybody can see in Mrs. Mann what we have always known and we have always seen since the day that we met her about 5 years ago. And it's funny because Mrs. Mann, our little man, he was 11 years old, and he met her in second grade, and he used to think she was great in second grade, being crazy just like everybody else, but by the time he got to fifth grade and the preteen, he thought she was a little crazy, which was awesome. So he appreciated all the crazy socks and all the crazy unicorn outfits and everything like that. But Mike and I, my husband and I, we are, again, very proud to know Mrs. Mann, and we felt very taken care of by Mrs. Mann, and we are just excited for her that she was able to win this award. On a professional level and on a personal level, she has a deep commitment towards her kids and also to the parents. I can speak from that number one. We met her first grade. We wanted to transfer our child from a private school to the Brunswick City Schools, and that was a big step for us. And she made us feel 100% comfortable with doing that, and she made us feel welcome. And we knew that our kids would be taken care of because of Mrs. Mann's introduction to our family. Colin, my little man, his journey encompassed a whole bunch of different aspects of life. He came to Mrs. Mann in Memorial in Brunswick with a learning disability, and he had a temporary physical disability with a huge broken leg at one point, and he eventually even had a terminal diagnosis that Mrs. Mann was with us for each step of the way. And along each step of the way, she was 100% in with Colin and with our family, again, on that professional level and on that personal level. And she knew us down to our souls. Not very many people do, but Mrs. Mann knew us down to our souls. She was always 2 steps ahead of us for knowing exactly what we needed, and she knew what we needed before we even knew what we needed or what possibilities were out there for us. And so again, having all of those different issues with our little man, it was amazing that Mrs. Mann was able to do that for us. She also understood the system. And again, myself being a nurse and my husband in the business world, education is not our forte. But when you have a child who needs help on many different aspects, it was wonderful to have Mrs. Mann who understood the system and knew what needed to be done in order to get the best results for our children and to know what was the best fit for them. She also cared for us on a very personal level. She wanted to make sure that every day that our little guy was at school was his best day ever. And even on the days where he was not feeling well, she made those days amazing, even down to the fact of letting him take a nap in the beanbag chair in her office, just so that he felt like he was a part of his friends and a part of the group, and that was what was important to him. She also made school the place where he wanted to be. He wanted to be here with his friends and with his teachers, and she made that possible. And as a parent, especially with dealing with everything that we did for our little guy, that was number one important for us. She also continues to still be there for our family. Colin moved on to the middle school this past year, and she still checked in on him. She checked in on us. She made sure that the middle school teachers knew what they needed to know about Colin, and the continuity of care from Mrs. Mann was just above and beyond. Brunswick is an awesome community. We are so proud to be a part of this community. We care about each other very deeply in our community, and Mrs. Mann is a living example of what it means to be a part of our Brunswick community. And we're very proud of Brunswick. We're very proud of Mrs. Mann, and we are excited and just elated that she was able to be recognized by everybody as the Distinguished Principal of the Year.
Thank you, Mrs. Nemet. My turn. I would like to say a few things about Katie. So, as you know, I am also honored to say that I'm a colleague, but also a friend of Katie, our 2020 National Distinguished Principal recipient. Katie's a 21-year veteran of Brunswick City Schools and has been an intervention specialist, a reading specialist, first grade teacher, fifth grade teacher, and now an elementary principal. Kati serves our district as a member of the Master Teacher Committee, our District K-5 English Language Arts Committee, Salary Reclassification Committee, Discipline Committee, and the District Wellness Committee. She is also a very important part of our elementary administrative team. Kati is a lifelong learner and a voracious reader of professional books. She shares this passion with her staff by offering them personalized professional development. Kati accomplishes this by buying them a professional book of their choosing. The only caveat is that they must share their learning during a staff meeting. This was such a great idea to encourage and grow our staff that I stole the idea and implemented it in my building. This past year, Memorial was recognized for their PBIS initiatives with the gold level distinction from the Ohio Department of Education. Besides providing a rigorous curriculum, Kati and her team have created a safe and supportive environment for everyone. Kati, it is my honor to present to you the 2020 National Distinguished Principal Award.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks. All right, I'm gonna put this on the side so it doesn't break. Okay. Thank you so much. I am so honored to receive such a prestigious award. Although it's National Distinguished Principal, it really is an award for the whole staff. I'm blessed to work with an amazing staff who share their passion and work hard every day doing whatever it takes for our students and our families. They are not afraid to take risks, fail forward, get creative, or most importantly, build relationships with our students and families. Thank you for the support with my wild ideas, being honest with feedback, and sticking with me on this adventure. Thank you to Mrs. Nemet for nominating me. I've learned so much since Colin and you and your family came to Memorial 5 years ago. You've inspired me as a mom and as a principal. Since you've come into my life, I've become a better leader. We've learned to celebrate every day, every success, our progress, and to always take care of each other. Thank you to my family. Your support has been amazing, and your understanding while I work on an idea, a project, or resolve a situation that ran into family time. You are even patient when I'm regularly checking the Target, Dollar Spot, or Amazon for something that I could gift to staff or give to students. Thank you to our district for taking a chance on me 8 years ago and giving me the opportunity to be a building principal. Although this year has been challenging, I couldn't imagine doing anything else. Thank you to OAESA for all of your resources, your endless support, and most importantly, your connections through your organization with other administrators throughout Ohio. Finally, thank you to all of our Memorial families. I appreciate your support and the partnerships we have together for the success of all of our students. Thank you also to our students. You are the reason I wanted to be a principal. You make every day an adventure, and thank you for being you.
Well, let's give Kati a big round of applause. Here we go. Well, thank you, Kati. I'm very proud of you and excited for you. And I just thought it was wonderful how the comments from the speakers definitely reflected those from the selection teams. And they were all different ones of your colleagues from all around the state. And it just affirms in my mind it's real. And so we thank you all for being with us to celebrate. Thank you, Keish, for being the MC again. And we appreciate you doing that. And before we close the program, we would like to do what Patty has named a Zoomie. Instead of just a selfie, she's going to tell you how we're going to do that. But Kati, I'm really proud of you. Congratulations. And thank you all for being with us to celebrate this in a very unique situation. And I will say you are the 23rd virtual celebration we've had in the last few weeks. So woohoo! Excited. Kati, tell us how we're going to do a Zoomie.
Okay. The way we've been doing this, we'll just cheer and clap and wave. I'll count us down and everybody cheer and say, congratulations, Kati. And I'll take a screenshot. And then we have our Zoomie, our little selfie. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, congratulations. Woo! Fantastic. I got it.
Well, thank you all for being here. And it's great for our staff and for certainly Keish representing our board. the comments. This is our third celebration we've done today, and just so exciting. And it grounds us, and this is why we do what we do, to support you to do what you do with the students that you love and that you care for and that you teach and help them learn. So thanks for being with us, and congratulations again, Katie. And earlier this morning, congratulations to Bonnie, who's also on here. Thanks, Keish, for your leadership in this event. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Katie. Great job.